Browns-Packers preseason game here at Cleveland Browns Stadium, but we have to start with something that happened well before the game, Mary Kay, and that was Amari Cooper, who really doesn't post a lot on Instagram unless it's about his brand, Route Runners. He went on Instagram and he posted something very cryptic in the wake of him popping up in Brandon Ayuk trade rumors, and that sort of overshadowed, I think, for a lot of Browns fans, whatever happened here on the field tonight.
It really did. He said, LOL, I wouldn't have minded at all. And that was in response, we think, to a report out of San Francisco that the Browns were prepared to send Amari Cooper to the 49ers along with some draft picks for Brandon Ayuk. Now, do we know for sure if the Browns did that? Why do I have a feeling that they are probably going to say, we didn't offer Amari Cooper in a trade? But nevertheless, Amari responded, or seemingly responded, to that report, and it was a little salvo on his part, I thought. So we'll have to see how this goes. I think it will die down. The trade doesn't look like it's going to happen with the Cleveland Browns. He might even stay in San Francisco, Brandon Ayuk, and I think that Amari and the Browns will set this aside and move forward.
Yeah, whatever it was about, Amari Cooper decided that he did not want to talk to us after the game about it. He just left the locker room. Kevin Stefanski did not have much to say about it. But Ashley, we've talked about this a little bit. This has to have some sort of impact on Amari Cooper to be in these trade rumors.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot earlier in this week when the Browns practiced indoors, and we kind of went through that practice. It was a rough day for Amari and Deshaun. Kind of hard to pinpoint exactly who or what was at fault there when Amari just wasn't making plays he would normally make. But I agree. I mean, the message was definitely cryptic in the sense that Amari Cooper does not typically air out really drama in public. He doesn't use social media a lot. Of course, like Mary Kay said, we have no idea to know for sure what he was referring to with that post. And like a lot of the veteran starters today, he left the locker room before media got in there because he didn't play. So we're going to have to wait a while longer to be able to ask him directly about it.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about this game. Like Ashley mentioned, some starters did play, but a lot of the main veteran guys did not. That, of course, includes Deshaun Watson. So Jameis Winston started this game. Tyler Huntley and Dorian Thompson-Robinson did most of the work at quarterback. So let's just each throw out one takeaway from this game. Mary Kay, what do you have?
I thought Dorian Thompson-Robinson really did a nice job of coming back from a hip injury that turned out to be pretty serious, and he had to go through a lot in the offseason to come back from it. I thought for him to go out there and give this team a spark, especially with a 13-play, 66-yard touchdown drive at the end, he kind of did what he did last year in preseason, where he just showed that he's kind of a gamer. So it was good for him, and I think he made a strong case for himself towards that number 3 spot.
Yeah, Ashley, what did you take away from this game?
Well, this is a guy we haven't talked about in these videos in a while, but Cade York was back kicking with the Cleveland Browns today, and obviously he's back here backing up Dustin Hopkins, who kicked at a Pro Bowl level last year. Of course, his highlight making 8 50-plus yarders perfect on that mark, but Cade's doing a lot of the work this preseason as they try to be safe with Dustin. He did all of the kicking on kickoffs and a field goal attempt, which he nailed going towards the dog pound end of the stadium, 55 yards out, and an extra point. He stopped and talked to the media for about 15 minutes after the game today, and quite honestly, he was very introspective and talked about hitting rock bottom last year football-wise, so it was really interesting to catch up with him and see how he's in such a different place from a year ago.
I'll go with injuries. That's the big takeaway here from the Browns. They lost their backup center, Luke Whippler. He broke his ankle. He's going to have surgery. Kevin Stefanski would not say if it was season ending, but obviously he will be out for a long time. And it's worth noting this is the second backup center they've gone through. Brian Allen, of course, hurt his calf at the Greenbrier, so he's out of the picture. They waived him last week. So they're starting to run thin at center. There were quad injuries with David Bell, Nathaniel Watson. You always worry about quad injuries. Those are things that can linger. So as Kevin Stefanski said, you want to get out of these games healthy, and the Browns weren't entirely able to do that today. We will cover everything, including Luke Whippler's injury, Dorian Thompson-Robinson's play, Cade York, all of it at cleveland.com/Browns.